herzlich willkommen zurück hier bei Senua's Sacrifice, also Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. Ja, in der letzten Folge sind wir hier stehen geblieben und wollen in dieser Folge weitermachen und weitergehen. Diese widerlichen Kreaturen stehen uns ein bisschen im Weg. Aber... mich, was wir nicht besiegen können. Oder überwinden. Wir haben es geschafft. Weiter geht es. In der Dunkelheit. Ah, hier ist nichts mehr. Warte mal. Ist das wieder das Haus? Bin ich falsch gegangen? Ah, verdammt Mist.
I think I'm in a house.
Ah, nee, ich bin hier richtig.
It stinks of death.
The darkness is testing you, but you are in control.
Oh, fliegen. Wir sind immer noch in der Kontrolle. Ganz vorsichtig. Ganz ruhig. Fokus. Fokus. Ganz ruhig. Siehst du, geschafft.
A well. There's a well.
Don't turn back. You're getting close.
Okay, wir sind
Delia. Help me.
Boah, ist das widerlich, diese Kreaturen.
Come to me, Senua.
Oh, über Leichen auch noch. Wie soll ich an den Kreaturen vorbei? Ist ja komplett assi. Siehst du, schon geschafft.
Delia,
War doch gar nicht so schwer.
is that you? I can see a light.
Yes, I can see you too.
Und wir sind irgendwo das Licht zu. Wir haben uns wieder mal einen unserer Ängste gestellt und den Kampf gewonnen. Wie so oft muss ich den Ängsten manchmal nur stellen, egal wie schwer es ist. Und sehr oft gewinnt man. Doch man sollte seine Kämpfe weise wählen. Ein Steg. Ich höre Wasser. Dylan, bist du es? Wir haben
She
es
could
geschafft.
spend hours, days even, trapped within herself, in the dark.
You see me?
Yes.
Your eyes were open, but you were gone.
And when it finally let her go, she could be anywhere, with no memory of how she got there.
When it comes for me, I have no power over it.
But here, for the first time, someone was there to help.
But I heard your voice. You brought me back.
You found your own way back. All you needed was a little help. A little hope.
What if this is pointless? What if you're wrong? What if we're wrong? The sword will never lose. What if this is
Wir
the
haben
end?
es
It's
wieder
just a
mal
trick.
geschafft. Boah, diese Arme, ne? Sieht
You've been
brutal
fooled
aus.
before, you could be
Ich bin
fooled
ziemlich
again.
oft gestorben.
Being tested.
Aber jetzt geht's
You
weiter.
don't know. It's just their game
Zur
for
letzten
you.
You never know which way it's going to go.
Bis jetzt haben wir alle geschafft. Verdammt, es sind noch 2 weitere. Okay, zur vorletzten Prüfung. Auf sich eine weitere Sache stellen.
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
Warum ist die Frage? Das Licht. Wir müssen hin. Auf. Wir müssen Dylan retten. So schneller, desto besser. Okay, endlich mal eine Brücke, die nicht verrottet ist.
Face. A mask. What is it? What does it see? Get closer. Focus. Focus. Where are we?
What is this?
It's the same.
Different.
It's another world.
Other worlds.
It's lighter.
It's nicer. I like it here. Can we stay?
Let's stay here.
I like the way it feels.
It's safe here.
It's calm here.
It's light here. The bridge.
Zwei
It's not
Gesichter.
It's fixed.
Zwei Welten. Das Dunkle und das Gute.
Bridge is fixed.
Let's cross it.
Das ist von der anderen Seite vermutlich zu, oder? Ja. Man muss beide haben. Und beide vernünftig balancen.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Balder. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Balder dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Baldur's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness, swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Baldur's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
Besonders, wenn man da etwas vergessen hat. Und zwar, er selbst.
Dillian is in. Don't forget.
You can feel it.
You need the runes to fight Dillian.
You need Dillian.
He's waiting for you. He always said he would wait.
He's close.
He cares about you.
You can feel he's close. He loves you. You can feel his love calling you.
Dillian. Dillian, we're here. Dillian.
Dillian, we're nearly here. We're coming.
Also die Atmosphäre hier ist so episch, ne? Aber
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous. Follow it. What's behind the gate?
Where will it take you?
It's not safe. Dillian, there he is.
There he is.
What are you waiting for?
Quick, find a way.
Find him.
Go through.
ich kopiere nur,
Dillian, don't lose him.
bevor man etwas verpasst.
Way too many times.
Always let him disappear.
Dillian, there he is.
Quick.
Die Stimmen sind nicht sehr freundlich hier. Da geht's nicht weiter.
Just like it strangled him.
So düster. Kommt doch mal auf die guten Sachen, anstatt nur auf die schlechten. Befrei dich selbst.
Your curse
Where
is
is he?
claimed,
Where's he gone?
Dillian. We're in the wrong world.
He's not here.
She's in the wrong world.
He didn't in this world.
He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world.
The dark.
The dark world.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white,
You can't go up there.
darkness and light,
Not in this world.
narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillian taught her to see further, to peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
Ja, so sieht das aus.
Senua saved you.
You've got it.
Dillian cared for her like no one. Why isn't he here? Dillian's the only reason.
He's gone.
Still alive. He's in the dark world.
He's gone to the dark world.
You're in the wrong world.
He's in the other world.
The dark world.
Without you.
She should have listened to her voice.
Why didn't she listen to him?
She thought she could defend her.
Selbst befreien. Hey! Ah, geht doch.
There he is.
Where are you taking
He's
me?
up there.
He's up there.
How do you get up there?
There's a way.
Was it worth it?
There is a way up there.
Find the way.
She can do it. You're nearly there. Just find the way.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Balder, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Balder's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe?" "I did not ask the mistletoe," Balder's mother confesses. "I thought it was too young." Oh dear.
You killed him. He couldn't see the darkness within you.
Ja. Man sollte selbst von den kleinen Sachen aufgreifen. Ich glaube, Balder war der Gott, um mal außerhalb der Geschichte zu bleiben, war, glaube ich, der Gott, der von Loki nicht direkt umgebracht worden ist, sondern er hat einen anderen Gott dazu gebracht, ihn umzubringen, indem er den Mistelzweig auf ihn wirft als Speer oder damit angreift. Und so stirbt er. Und dadurch wird Loki verbannt und gefangen genommen. So ist, glaube ich, die Geschichte. Aber jetzt sind wir mal so. Ein paar nordische Geschichten kenne ich.
Do you know? Was it worth it? You're still alive and Dillion's dead. He doesn't deserve to be dead. How does that make you feel?
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe
Pfeil, verdammt.
and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Huth says, "I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon." Loki replies, "Here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands." And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
Nicht nice. Oh, verdammt. Jetzt wird's wieder kompliziert.
You had that loved you. You squashed it, strangled it, flattened it. The curse cannot be undone.
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillion. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior.
She is pure.
Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbel and her past, and Dillion, her future. Two realities
You have no time for this.
tearing at her soul.
These rooms mean nothing. Nobody will love her now. Can you remember what love feels like? Trials to distract you.
Schild doch mal.
Set you up, and now they're going to watch you. What if these trials mean nothing? Laughing at you. What if they take you no closer to
Runter in die gute Welt, die eine Rune beschaffen, dann runter, dann wieder in die schlechte Welt, die nächste Rune machen. Ah, das wird ein bisschen komplizierter.
Dillion doesn't know who killed him, but we do.
Hier. Das ist wieder das Licht.
He was kind to her. He's the reason she's alive at all.
Nice.
What if they're all about wasting your time, just delaying minute by minute by minute?
Ich finde die Welt angenehm irgendwie.
What does she think she's doing? You're not special. She thinks she can.
They mean nothing.
Being special.
It's a waste of time.
Could all be a waste of her time.
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea, and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Baldur's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Baldur's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
Ernsthaft, jetzt muss ich wieder runter.
Do you remember what love feels like?
Ah, muss ich nicht mal. Ich hätte aber das hier nutzen können. Jetzt nutzt das. Warum kann ich nicht nutzen? Ah, doch, jetzt geht's auf einmal.
Dillian's in the tower.
He's there.
Ich schätze mal, dass ich hier erst durchgehen muss.
Nobody will love us.
Wieder zurück. Dahin. Ah, ich schätze mal. Machen wir mal so, schadet nicht, das so zu machen. Würde auf jeden Fall erstens mir ein Geheimnis nochmal bringen. Oder so eine Geschichtenfortführung. Und sonst eigentlich nichts Schlimmes. Vielleicht schaffe ich sogar hier dann dadurch
You have no chance
die
for
Ruhe zu
love.
finden. Vielleicht hätte ich es auch nicht machen müssen, aber vielleicht schon.
Again.
Ich finde die Rätsel bisher ganz schön. Aber jetzt gehen wir wieder zurück in die positive Welt.
Do you think she remembers him?
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Baldur return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Baldur stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Baldur, weep him out of hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they find in a cave. Baldur was never my friend, she says. Let hell keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
Aber ich glaube nicht, dass
Do you
das
remember how he made you feel?
What if this is pointless?
What are you doing?
He's the reason she keeps fighting us, and there's another way.
Why did you think you could make this work?
You keep seeing runes. You see runes everywhere.
Everywhere. What if they're not real? What if they don't actually make sense? The gods were lying.
Lass dich davon nicht
Think it
unterkriegen.
makes sense, but really
Ah
the
ja, ich muss
gods
runter.
are playing with you.
It makes sense in your mind, but it doesn't make sense in the real world.
The gods vote, but it doesn't mean
Denk ganz
anything.
positiv.
You can't read
Sehr
this
gut.
language. You don't understand
Sinbel
it.
was right.
You're wasting time.
You're cursed. You can succeed.
Aber bevor ich hier jetzt weitergehe, werde ich hier auch wieder die Folge beenden. Und ich bedanke mich fürs Zusehen und man sieht sich dann in der nächsten Folge wieder. Oh, warte mal, habe ich eigentlich einen Speicherpunkt?
Quicker as he believed in you.
Warte mal, machen wir das erstmal auf. Dann mache ich gleich, beende ich gleich die Folge. So, hier werde ich dann die Folge beenden. Und ich bedanke mich fürs Zusehen und man sieht sich hoffentlich in der nächsten Folge wieder oder bei meinen anderen Projekten. Und bis dahin, ciao, ciao und haut rein.